Welcome to today's discussion about Ministerial Internship. This video speaks of the highlights of the beginning Ministerial Internship class material, as well as my one-to-one discussions held with 4 different pastors. Several key topics of ministry were taught in this course, such as leadership, church vision, pastoral shepherding, and family and personal health in ministry. Leadership is the topic that seemed near to my heart and one that I want to devote some time and thought to in this discussion. As a 48-year-old man who has been serving at my church for nearly 30 years, when I look at my personal life, my church life, and my professional career, I see repeated situations where I've been called to lead. About a year ago, I became aware that I was a leader in the workplace, a leader in our classic car club, a leader in our church, and a leader in my family. All these experiences lead me to rely on the Lord in order to serve in these roles. When I was younger, I thought I was smart or talented. The higher in position that I found myself, serving in the workplace and at church, the more I realized that I was not capable in my own talents to succeed. I need God to tell me how to do what and when. There are many scriptural references for leadership. I think of Nehemiah rebuilding the walls. I think of King David and all of his experiences. Think of Moses leading the Israelites in the Exodus, and Paul and Peter leading the early church after Jesus went to be with God. We have books written about the ultimate leader we have in Jesus. There was a 4-part video series in this course material titled Lead Like Jesus. And we have so many records of his ministry here on earth. He took a very unlikely, quote-unquote, department of employees, also known as the apostles, and took them under his wing in servant leadership. Jesus told many wise parables, performed many miracles, shepherded the crowds, taught the crowds, withstood the horrific physical destruction of his body, and then carried his own death apparatus, being the cross. He washed the feet of his understudies. He broke bread with them. One of them betrayed him to death. Jesus is the ultimate example of servant leadership. Last week, I shared the basic concepts of servant leadership with one of the young men who was mentoring with me in the corporate workplace. In the church, we demonstrate servant leadership as we roll up our sleeves and help one another do whatever is necessary, from cleaning things to fixing things to laying on the hands of the sick. Laying hands on the sick. Shifting focus now to the internship aspect of this course, I had interviewed 4 different pastors to capture their thoughts and reflections on ministry and to get personal feedback about myself. 3 of these pastors know me very well, and they've spent significant time serving with me in various ways. And the 4th pastor I chose because I met him as a teacher here in Pathway, and he lives about 2 hours away from me. I asked each pastor to discuss their personal highs and lows in serving in ministry, and then we discussed the giftings of prophecy and teaching, which I seem to tend toward. For the 3 that know me on a personal level, we spoke about personal strengths and weaknesses that they have seen in me. For the one who is the teacher in Pathway, I asked about his passion and gifting for missions, immigration, and migration of people. In all cases, I came away with a list of personal action items and points of prayer. The key action items were praying about further growth in the giftings of prophecy and teaching, praying for the restoration from long-held fears and anxieties, and seeking the Lord about proper eye contact while public speaking. And this is the final course for me in the pathway to ministry. I found both the entire pathway program and this course very practical and valuable as I continue to serve in ministries. I thank you for watching, and may you be blessed by God.